All right, in that first lesson there, I introduced the A major, and then I introduced the A minor pentatonic. All right. Now, I'm going to expand on that a little bit. So we're going to stay kind of in that realm. We'll start with the A major pentatonic first. And I'm going to show you how a minor pentatonic is actually connected to the major pentatonic. Now in the major scale, you have the whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, right? So if I go back from the octave, okay, which is A, I would go back in the major scale. I'm in A major. I would go back down a half a step to the leading tone, right, which is the G sharp, and then I would go a whole step down to F sharp, right? So that would be a minor tonality. That's the relative minor. That is the F sharp minor. So just like we did the A major pentatonic here, right? We can just do the same fingering, you know, up an octave if we wanted, or we could move, right? Like I don't really have reach here to get there, but I can just move down that minor third, okay, which is, you know, 2 frets in between basically. So then I go down here and I play the F sharp minor pentatonic. And believe it or not, that's the same notes. So they're relatives. That's why they call it a relative minor. The 6th note of the scale is that relative note. So that's kind of cool, you know. Instead of being like stuck if you're playing an A and you want to just kind of stay in here. Kind of move it around to that neighboring mode. So you have them right next to each other. So they're kind of right, they're like neighbors, right? They're the same notes. I mean, they consist of the same notes. So let's just do the minor pentatonic then, in that A position, right? Right? Now let's go up, right? Now we're going to go up because this would be the relative minor to some major, right? But what would it be? Well, let's figure it out. It's going to be a minor third up instead of going back as we did from the major pentatonic. Now we're going to go up a minor third and we get, wow, we get a C, all right? So then the A pentatonic minor, the fingering is, the notes are the same, but the fingering they're right there, you know, so I have the A relative minor to C major. Up that minor third, do my major pentatonic shape. And, you know, you kind of want to think about the root note, you know, that's going on in the accompaniment. So if it stays on, let's say, an A minor tonality, you can use the fingering up here, you know, but, you know, you want to keep it in that A kind of vibe, right? If it's not, you know, changing the chord from A minor, right? Anyway. So it's kind of like a planet that revolves around a sun, right? And you have so many planets that revolve around the sun. Well, the sun is your root note. The sun is what's, you know, is like what everything is kind of revolving around, cyclically, right? So, you know, you can change your position, your fingerings, but you're still going to want to stay, you know, kind of true to the home tone that's happening. Or the voicing, anyway. You know, it's a different fingering here, using that, you know, C major pentatonic, but, you know, they're the same notes. They're just, and they're right next door. So if you don't want to get stuck in that box, you know, and you want to kind of get outside a little bit, you can always jump up. And, you know, you can add in notes too. I'm kind of fidgeting around, but... So we had the A major pentatonic, right? And then the F sharp minor fingering with the same notes. Pentatonic. Right? And then we had the A minor pentatonic. And then we went up to that minor third and made our C major pentatonic. Right?